news goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you important news.
Here's a story that's out of this world.
Alrighty, 14 months after the trailer that got us all excited for the game, Mewtwo is finally making his way into Pokemon Go. He'll be part of the new exclusive raid system, which will allow players to participate only if they've cleared a raid at that gym recently. Players will be invited back well in advance to give time to secure allies and make plans.
This
is weird.
Is anyone excited for Mewtwo or this?
No, I am dreading this.
Nope.
I'm never going to get this guy.
And not even in a good way. Not like it's super rare. Because, yes, it does make it rare. And, Nika, I understand that you're in a very densely populated area, so you probably have the best chance. But that's not even the reason that I think this is a bad call. The reason I think this is a bad call is it goes against every sort of every way that Pokemon Go up until this point has been designed from like a philosophical way, right? If you want to raid for Mewtwo, no,
a biblical way even.
If you want to raid for Mewtwo, you have to spend money. You absolutely have to. There's no way that you're going to go out with your one daily raid pass, do a raid somewhere, and then hope that's where Mewtwo spawns. So even if you decide, I'm going to spend a whole day doing this, you need to spend money. And up until this point, most of Pokemon Go is about, you can always spend money to sort of get ahead, but if you're willing to put in the extra work, the extra effort for it, then you can find ways to get more balls, to get more berries, that kind of stuff.
Niantic just subsidized all my raiding for the next year. They got to find a way to get me to burn through those raid passes.
But that depends. No, see, that depends on if they tell you which raid it is well ahead of time. Like if they say, hey, this Gengar raid that's going on right now is the trigger to get Mewtwo, everyone come to this one, then you can save your raid pass for that specific raid.
Do you think that's what they're going to do?
I don't. Especially not with the way that they've described the system. Mm-hmm. From the description of the system, it sounds like you need to use as many raid passes as possible. After the raid is done, the app will call you, will say, hey, remember that raid you just did? Come back, because there's a Mewtwo now.
It's earned you a Mewtwo raid pass.
See, now I hope that's not the case, because even in my area, the way that people go out to raid is they will plan it around their lunch break and stuff. Like, oh, hey, there's a Zapdos at this specific time. If they go out and do it, and then they have to go back to work, they can't go back for a Mewtwo. That's not going to make any sense.
They have said that you will have plenty of advance notice for your Mewtwo. You will have time to plan.
I get that, but what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that I'll know the raid ahead of time before I do it is going to trigger the Mewtwo?
Or you'll know if you have the trigger long enough in time to find people that also have the trigger.
Yeah, or are they just going to give me 9 fucking hours to go get it? Because if it's the 9 hour thing, fuck that. That is so stupid.
Yeah, because the issue is at that point, what if not enough people have even done a raid at that particular gym, and it was like a 1-star that you soloed, and there hasn't been a legendary there recently, people haven't done one there recently, so you can't find people. That's
not just that.
We need more information is what we need. Come on, Niantic.
I can tell you people in my area are thinking that you have to currently at this moment spend as many raid passes as you can at as many different gyms as you can right now.
That's what our
people
Discord thinks.
Racing around to do raids at a billion different gyms. And when I brought this up to you guys, you all are like, no, that's not what it's going to be.
Prove it, because I don't remember that, Nika.
It was definitely you that said that.
Don't remember that. You can't.
And they're like, no, it's going to be an indicated raid that tells you when you're going to get the invitation. And it could be, but there is nothing at this point that has indicated how it's actually going to play out.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think after Mewtwo spawns and you can start collecting Mewtwo, I think what's going to happen is after you complete a raid, there's a chance you're going to get an exclusive raid pass for that gym. There's been a black raid pass data mined. I think you're going to get that raid pass that's attached to that gym, and then when a Mewtwo spawns, you've done it recently, so you can use that raid pass that's exclusive to that gym and fight Mewtwo.
So basically, you would collect raid passes for various gyms in the area, and when the Mewtwo pops in that one, you can get it.
This idea of putting layers of RNG under more layers of RNG just over and over again.
But they have to encourage people to raid somehow. We've seen it happening already. As soon as people get their legendary, they stop.
Yeah. So you know what? I have an idea. As Niantic,
I know people that have 20 of each.
Why don't I start putting potions into raids that then makes it so that rare candies don't drop anymore?
No, that's not true. I mean, if you actually looked
it's just less of them.
Yeah, if you looked
No, it's not less of them. It's less chance for them. You have a 13 to 18% chance that rare candies will drop to you
now, thanks to potions.
Yes.
Boo.
Yeah, but potions were needed more than revives, I would say.
Okay,
So
so
get rid of the fucking revive.
Except they didn't take out the revives. So it's now potions and revives.
yeah.
Well,
You've only-
super potions and hyper potions
Right.
and revives.
Oh,
Right.
they're not even max potions. God damn it.
Just go spin Pokestops,
Hyper
people.
potions are
Jeez.
practically max potions anyway.
Yeah, I mean, hyper potions are just as good, but super potions are dumb.
It really is. It really is just a matter of going and spinning more Pokestops.
If they really wanted to help out the players by giving them more potions, it should have been like a little package. So if you failed your RNG roll and you got those revives, you got revives and super potions and hyper potions as one little bundle.
Yeah.
That'd be
I would
cool.
agree with that.
But no,
yes.
people are getting too many rare candies, too many of the other things.
Golden
Raspberries.
No, the golden raspberries I do agree with. I had at one point like 170 golden raspberries.
Yeah, I've
because I
got-
just wasn't using them.
I've got 200 golden raz and 200 rare candies. It's like,
Yeah, I'm sitting on like 150.
Now
right?
you do, but hold
yeah.
on to them because now they're super rare. Well, not super rare, but now they're going to be not dropping
Rarer.
as much as you want.
That's right. So quickly, we actually didn't get to talk about legendary rating after the first injection of it at the Chicago. How did you guys do with your birds? Like, I got all of my birds.
I got a bunch of Articunos. I've got
check.
a couple Moltres and one Zapdos.
What was your best legendary, like percentage wise?
I've got like a 97% Articuno
Damn,
and a 94% Lugia.
that's nice.
Yeah.
The 94 Lugia
It's
is
pretty
really
sweet.
nice. Yeah, especially because you can push up its CP
Mm-hmm.
to such a ridiculous.
High, yeah.
Yeah. Robbie, how about you?
I got everything. I only got one Moltres because there's way better fire Pokemon that you can get. Tons of Articuno since when I was in Chicago. They had the 100% capture rate.
Yeah. Right.
And same,
Yeah.
Same with the Lugias. And I got 5 Zapdos of varying quality, 80 to 90. I think like Callie over there, my best is a Lugia that's within like the top 5% of like 90.
Nice. Chris.
I never did any of my percentages, so I don't even know.
I got 5 Articuno, 3 Zapdos, whoops, and 1 Moltres, because who gives a fuck? I'm 1 for 1 on Moltres.
Yeah.
And 1 Lugia, but like all their percentages are like at least amazing, but I don't really.
okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Because, dude, my Moltres, I had that down to the fucking wire. Now, this was before we knew that they were going to do
You
the
know, when
extra.
they're gonna fucking cater the casuals and
Yeah.
be like, oh hey, remember how crazy you guys were? Well, we're gonna just throw that all for naught.
Yeah, right.
Dicks.
So,
I have a good Moltres, as it turns out.
the Moltres that I got, it was right as Zapdos had started spawning, right?
Jeez.
And so it was basically a situation where the Moltres that were up, that was it. That was the last Moltres that ostensibly I thought I was going to see.
As far as you knew.
As far as
that
I
was
knew.
your last shot.
Right, yeah. And so I found one Moltres with 30 minutes left. And I park. It was in Royal Oak down at the fountain. And I park and I walk up and there's 2 guys that are there and that's it. And I'm like, fuck.
By the way, he's complaining to us that he's ready to quit the game over this.
Of course.
I was dude. If I had missed Moltres, I was ready to kind
You
of
could
give
have gotten
up.
it now.
And that's completely your.
That's true.
Up to you because you're the entitled millennial. That's just if they can't have everything, you can't have nothing.
Well, no, I think what I was saying was that if I didn't get it, my interest in the app was going to like it was going to do a nosedive.
Because
my dex completion is
No, that's a
probably
big deal. I would have been meant to.
yeah, my dex completion is probably the one thing, since Pokemon Go came out that I've been like actually, like once the dex is complete, I'm like, I check out, right?
Yeah.
Because once I got Zapdos, I was like, okay, I'm pretty good on rating. Like if I drive by some place that I see a Zapdos or a Lugia up and there's plenty of people around, I'll stop. But I don't actually.
seek
Not
it out.
seeking it
I don't.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't use.
You're
I
not
barely
actively rating.
I barely even use my daily raid pass anymore. So it was a situation where like if I hadn't gotten it, dude, I was like, I was ready to be like, fuck this bullshit. And so it was me and 2 other guys, and these 2 other guys were we were good enough to take it down, but just barely.
Yeah.
And I think I had 3 balls left when I caught it, and it was just like, it was fucking so down to the wire. And then I went and did like 2 more Zapdos that day and didn't get any.
Good.
Didn't get any. No Zapdos. No, I ended up getting like 4 or 5 Zapdos like by the end of the week.
Yeah.
And one of them was 92%. So that's
Nice.
not bad. Nah, I mean, considering I don't have much for a strong electric type, like that's not.
Nobody does.
I was gonna
that's
say,
not bad.
even if you did actually get like a strong Jolteon or a strong Electabuzz, you're still like right at the 2K mark. With
Strong
it?
Ampharos, even like a best Ampharos is only like 2,500.
Yeah.
Until Magnezone comes out, I think Zapdos is probably going to be one of the better electric types that you can get.
If only he didn't have that
Or
garbage
Raikou.
flying type.
I know.
Only he was a dog too, and his name is
Oh,
Raikou.
that's true. But we don't know when they're going to put those out. I mean,
They're gonna come out as soon as we're done with the Zapdos.
no,
no, they won't.
No,
Guys,
I think that's going to take a while.
Have you heard about this rumor that's going around where people have speculated that if whoever like catches the first of the legendary in a raid, if they press OK, that means no one else gets it.
That is not true.
This is a widespread rumor
Bullshit.
that is like tearing people apart.
No,
Bullshit.
The
I think
the
that's
rumor
bullshit.
is that there's a certain amount, like that there's a catch rate, and that each person that presses OK lowers the catch rate for the next player. And
So people want you not to press OK if you catch
yes,
it.
that is a widespread thing. People are like, it's true. This is actually happening because I've had people yell at me for pressing OK.
Oh my god.
And-
Did you
Shut
tell him
the
to get a life?
Shut the
I've
fuck
said that
up.
in every single raid, and I can tell you it's all anecdotal because I can
It
tell
is.
you I did a Moltres raid with 8 people, and all 8 of us caught it, and we did not do that OK trick.
You pressed OK? Oh my
It's
gosh.
completely RNG. People are just like they think that one anecdote equals data. It
It's so
doesn't.
fucking stupid. It's
Yeah,
so dumb.
It's stupid. There's no like preset raid cap. It's all fucking RNG. Just get over it.
Assault Jerkin's broken. It doesn't drop. I haven't caught it in like 20 tries or gotten it in 20
God.
tries.
It is, dude. It is.
Pokemon
it is
Go
that.
players are like the worst people ever.
They
These are
really
the people
are.
who would use a Gyarados while fighting a Zapdos.
Here's the thing: is I don't. Why would you not? They just have
It's
the worst
Gyarados.
players ever because they're so widespread. Like there is no one demographic of gamer or person who plays this stupid game.
I don't know. I just know that I don't like most of them.
That
Oh,
said,
definitely.
I'm getting sick of seeing Rhydons and Gyaradoses in gyms. You bad players.
No. I mean, like you are right because there's there is a widespread in terms of like guy in a button up shirt coming from an office. You know what I mean? And there's like
And
the
like the
amount of-
8-year-old coming in with their parent.
The amount of elderly people that I see playing it is on
Yeah,
another
there's a
level.
couple old people in my area that I see at like every raid.
I'll be like
yeah,
walking
there
out of,
is.
like
There
Walmart
is.
or something, and I'll hear that telltale
Yeah.
like the clicking sound. When you select something, and I'm like, where is that?
yeah.
Like people who are probably older than my parents, so like they probably maybe had a kid that played Pokemon and now they play it. It's-
Right. And it is interesting from that point, from that perspective. But then you also get like the snaggletooth 4 teeth, like meth head motherfucker coming straight out of the trailer
Chris,
park.
the mystic guy who always has the cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the thing is like there's enough like the split is about 50-50 between normal people who just kind of they're just still into the game and just like complete train wrecks of humanity that like
Let's call them uggos.
This is the best thing they have going on in their life.
Pro tip: if you want to separate the decent people from the uggos, just be like, all right, Valor over here, Mystic,
yeah.
and Instinct over there.
Do you have any Mystic or Valor in your city? Because everywhere I go, it's Instinct everywhere now.
no.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Instinct?
See, I've noticed Instinct likes to take the gyms and just sit their Pokemon in the gyms. But when I do raids, it's almost like a pretty even
that's
split,
fair.
with a little bit less Instinct, but Mystic and Valor are really strong. And then there's always a couple Instinct every single raid I do.
All right,
We've spent enough time on this.
we've spent like 30 minutes.
I got nobody cares apparently.
No, Nika, you have caught way more than any of us.
I think Robbie might have more than me.
That's horseshit.
Because how many Articunos did you catch in Chicago?
I think I have 12 Articunos.
See, I have 8 Articunos, so he's got.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but we got him at 100% catch
I
rate.
have.
You're
yeah,
some kind of
that's
moron,
true.
you know that?
I have 4 Lugias and 4 Moltres and 3 Zapdos. See, I don't have that many.
You need to get more Lugias.
Yeah.
You need to get a place out of those.
But I have.
Why?
But,
They're so
but I
bad.
have a Moltres that's really high. It has 2 stats that are maxed out. I don't know what percentage that is. But
SPN does more damage.
Espeon?
Yeah.
Espeon's pretty good.
I hear Espeon is a pretty decent like tank for these.
Espeon would be
What?
no. Espeon would be great if it didn't get one shot. Umbreon's a decent tank.
Oh, maybe it's Umbreon.
Yeah, Umbreon can take some hits.
Umbreon has attack roughly equal to Blissey. So.
All right.
So don't use Umbreons.
Let's move on to some good.
Wasn't it you that really
Yeah.
advocated for Umbreon?
Because he was able to survive.
Okay, give me my Stardust back.
But see, now that they
Idiot.
actually have changed the raids, it seems anyway that if you reset your party and go into the second one, you don't lose your damage bonus anymore.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I went one time. I mean,
Did you press OK afterwards?
This sounds anecdotal.
Yeah.
no, I mean, but lots of people are saying it, and there was a time where I lost my whole party. I only came back in I was only on my second guy, and I got 3 balls of damage bonus, and we had like 8 people in the raid. So
Yeah, actually, I think I agree with that. I had one the other day where I got knocked out and my
so
damage
the
was
thing
fine.
is,
Yeah, it doesn't-
putting a tank in your 6th slot doesn't matter anymore because you
Right.
still get your damage bonus now.
Yeah, and it's again, it's just a DPS check against the timer. That's it. That's straight up
pretty
all
much.
it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so following the sad incident in Charlottesville, Discord has taken a stand against the alt-right, shutting down servers dedicated to the website altright.com